Welcome to Open Your Reality, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. I am joined by my friend, my brother, the Kriya Yoga Master, Guru Dev. Welcome back to Open Your Reality, Guru Dev. Some people may think that you now are part of my channel. In some ways you are, but it's a joy to have you back. You bring a lot of joy into my life. We have new possibilities, and we also have that kinship of Thailand, and that's where you're coming to us. Coming from us today. So in this particular live stream, guys, I wanted to come on with Guru Dev, and the reason is because we just created a brand new Kriya Yoga school. The link is in the description. And this is something that we hashed out. All of this happened very quickly. The way it started is that Guru Dev reached out to me. He had no social media. He had never done an interview, and he was just pretty much in isolation over in Thailand, south of Thailand, doing yoga and living a spiritual life. And through Babaji, he wanted to do some selfless service, which is part of Kriya Yoga. And so he reached out to me and said he'd love to do an interview and maybe share some of his thoughts about Kriya Yoga because he saw that I loved it. And I talk a lot about yoga, yogis, Babaji on my channel. As a matter of fact, I've made probably half a dozen videos on those topics. And so the first interview went off very well. We did a second interview, and then we did a live stream where we addressed more questions. But soon after that, we talked about possibly partnering on creating a school for everyone around the world. Now, a lot of people know that there are yoga studios out there, and a lot of them concentrate on hatha yoga, which is just the asanas. But Kriya Yoga has 5 branches, and I'm going to let Guru Dev talk about that a little bit. As a matter of fact, there's a poster that we made, and I'll put that up right here. You can see that there are these 5 different branches, and we'll talk about those, but I just want to show people what they are. And so this school that we created is an online school, and it's going to be hosted on the SKOOL platform, which is SKOOL. Right here, you can see that. And it was created by a guy named Sam Ovens, who's on the right, and Alex Hormozy on the left he's a YouTube guy with a business guy with over 1 million subscribers, getting very popular in the last couple of years. And he decided to partner with Sam Ovens and put his money in. So what they wanted to do is create the most intuitive platform out there for people that host online courses and online classes. And so I thought it was a perfect fit. There are other platforms, Kajabi, Teachable, and so forth. But I really liked SKOOL because it's super easy to navigate. It's great for the users, the people that become the members. And so we started putting all this together, and Guru Dev is a certified yoga teacher. He's been one since 2018, and he's been on the path for the last 10 years. And you've probably known from watching some of my other videos with him that he's traveled to the Himalayas, to Sri Lanka. He's been in India, Nepal. He's actually stayed in caves in the Himalayas, meditating. And we have some pictures to show you. This is him with his guru, and this is him. I believe this is in front of Self-Realization Fellowship. This was in California, right, Guru Dev?
Yeah, Lake Shrine, SRF.
And where was this one taken?
That was at Hydrakon Baba's ashram.
Ah, yes, and that is somebody that I really strongly resonate with. And then this one here, where is this?
This is Neem Karoli Baba's ashram in the Himalayan mountains, and he was a guru for Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg.
Nice.
And that's a picture of him, Neem Karoli Baba. I'm holding in my hand.
Okay, and then this is at your home with this is your altar, and you have Babaji right there on the picture.
No, this is in India. One of the initiations in the Kriya Yoga. It's in Bangalore, India, at a place called the School of Ancient Wisdom.
Okay. Yeah, you have some great pictures for sure. You've been around the world, and I know that you spent a lot of your money. You were a DJ. People are wondering, like, well, how does he support himself if he's a yogi? You haven't been teaching yoga recently, but you were I mean, I don't want to blow you up, but you were kind of a world-class DJ. You started when you were 14, and so you said that's the only job you ever had. And so you're going around to these gigs and you're getting paid thousands of dollars to travel the world. You said you've been to like 56 countries as a DJ. And so you're doing your DJ life. And how did that bug hit you that all of a sudden that you decide to become a yogi and leave that life? Because it's quite a different life.
Well, I went to Sri Lanka to get initiated, and my ego definitely tried to block me from going to Sri Lanka. And when I went there, I went through the techniques like not wholeheartedly, like just trying to get past it so I could go back to my DJ life. And while I was there, Babaji struck me with his Kriya Yoga lightning bolt, and that was when I realized I was a Kriya yogi and I could do this, and that's when I got on the path. So if I can come from a total absorbed ego life, like most people, then anybody could do it. So I'm no secret yogi or ascended master. I just heard the calling from Kriya Yoga and I got on the path and started doing the techniques and trying to learn as much as I could about Kriya Yoga.
Now, it's not really easy to learn the techniques because most books talk about the stories. They don't talk about the true techniques. And so I think you told me you spent thousands of dollars on air tickets and fare and going around traveling, trying to find some of these amazing Kriya yogis. And you did. And you did. We saw some of the pictures with your some of your masters. And I'd like to know, why do you think it was so difficult to learn Kriya Yoga? Because I mean, there's a lot of yoga studios out there, but you don't see like Kriya Yoga studios. Tell me, what's the difference? Let me ask you this question first. What's the main difference from Kriya Yoga to other yoga systems, and why would people want to do Kriya Yoga rather than the other ones?
Well, Kriya Yoga is like a fivefold path. So it's basically the umbrella. So when most people think of yoga, they think of Hatha Yoga, which is the asanas, the physical postures. But really, it's Hatha Yoga, number one, which is the asanas, physical postures for physical well-being of your physical body. Then there's pranayama, which is secret yogic breath, which helps you through breathing techniques. Then there's meditation, which is called dhyana, which is mastering the mind. Then there's mantra japa, which keeps you focused. When you get mantra diksha, you focus on the mantra and it helps you keep laser focused. And then there's bhakti, which is like devotion, like chanting songs and like devotion to Babaji or whatever God you pray to.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Did you just fly off to these places and just look around and say, okay, well, there's a master? Did you try to contact them first? Did you know if there was a master in the region you were going? How did you get in contact with these great beings?
Well, it's interesting. Once you hear the calling of Kriya Yoga, it's a strong calling. So you have a thirst to know everything you can know about Kriya Yoga. So you start reading books, you start looking, scouring the globe, looking in caves. Where's a Kriya Yogi? Where can I learn Kriya Yoga? Where's it at? So you just start on your quest, and you don't really have you don't know where you're going. You don't really have any contacts. You just start going everywhere and hoping you will find your guru or you will find a Kriya Yogi that could show you some techniques. And, so yeah, so I didn't really have a path. I didn't really have a direction. I just started on my quest, but I had a thirst for knowledge in the Kriya Yoga. When people hear the calling of Kriya Yoga, it's like a fever. It consumes your life. You want to know everything. You want to read every book you can read about Kriya Yoga. And like you said before, it's very hard to learn the techniques of Kriya Yoga because all these books, they have stories about Kriya Yoga. They have stories about CDs and different powers Kriya yogis have, but they don't very rarely give you the techniques. They consider it an oral tradition, an in-person tradition. So unless you're sitting in front of a Kriya yogi, they won't give you any of these techniques. It's like their inner circle secret that they've been developing for thousands of years.
You know, it reminds me a lot of when Bruce Lee started teaching Kung Fu to Westerners. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Dragon. It came out years ago. I remember it was 1993, I think 20 years after Bruce Lee died. I went to the theater and watched it myself. And I also read Bruce Lee biographies. And the masters wanted him dead. And they wanted to stop him from teaching the ancient secrets of Kung Fu to Westerners. And so it makes me think of the same thing when you tell me that. So these masters, they're not just sitting on Facebook waiting for you to contact them. I mean, they're in the Himalayas doing their thing. They don't want to really be known. They're anonymous. And so it's a lot of work and energy and effort to go out there, find them, not just find them, but then learn the techniques, do the techniques every single day and master them well enough that you can teach others. So I got to applaud you for that, you know, in your quest. And so after 5 years after this, your journey, about 4 or 5 years, you become a certified yoga teacher. What was the certification process, and can you tell us a little bit about that certification? I'm curious.
Well, I went to Hatha Yoga teacher training in Quebec. Marshall Govindan and his wife Durga, they have a Hatha Yoga teacher training. So once you finish all the levels, there's 3 levels of initiation into Kriya Yoga, and once you finish the 3rd level, then you're qualified to take Hatha Yoga teacher training. And once you fulfill all the commitments, they test you, and once they see that you're a good speaker, you describe the asanas great, and they give you a certification like this guy's qualified.
Okay. And so yeah, so guys, if you're just joining the live stream, if you have any questions for Guru Vitadev or myself, just leave them below and we'll get to them towards the end. But we're proud to announce that we have a new Kriya Yoga school. It's on the SKOOL platform, and I have just a few photos here to show you guys. But this is what the main page looks like, the community page. You have a community classroom, there's a calendar, shows the members, leaderboards, and about. And I and Guru Vitadev will be posting in here every day. We'll be very active in the community, and we'll be posting different things, whether it's images or videos or little quotes. We want to be very active and respond back to you guys. And so that's the way it's been going in the last 24 hours since we started. And then over here, we have this about page. The link to this page is in the description, guys. And if you go there and you scroll below, you'll be able to sign up if you'd like to. And I know that you're probably wondering what the price is. We priced it very reasonably. And the reason we price it is because A, it's our time, and B, it does cost money for the SKOOL platform. It costs money for the streaming service to conduct the classes. This is not a course. This is not a pre-recorded course that we put in there. These are going to be live classes held once a week with Guru Vitadev teaching and myself being the facilitator. So you will have access to both of us, 1 hour per week. And the classes might go more because Guru Vitadev told me he wants to make sure everybody understands, everybody learns. So if they go over an hour, that's okay. And so that's what we're planning to do. And the first class is this Friday, I believe it's March 8th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We chose this time for a certain reason. Can you elaborate on why March 8th is important?
This Friday is Mahashivarachi, which is the highest, most auspicious day of Lord Shiva. And they consider Lord Shiva the Adi Yogi, which means the first yogi. So he was the first one, and then he said he gave yoga to his disciples. So as yogis, we celebrate Mahashivarachi as like the highest, most auspicious day of the highest Indian god, Lord Shiva. So it's a great blessing to start our school on Mahashivarachi.
Yes, yeah, and that was your idea, and I'm good with it. And so if the time of Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is not great for everybody, we'll get feedback from the students, then we're open to changing it to a better time or a more convenient time for them. So it's not set in stone, but that's when the first class is. So if you join, we send all the students a link, and then we will be together on StreamYard. You will be able to ask questions. You could be seen on the screen with us, and Guru Dev and myself will answer the questions, probably more likely you. But I think it's great because it's interactive. It's actually a class setting, not just a course that you watch as a recorded version. Yep, you can sign up right there. That's the link. The link is in the description. And so we priced it very reasonably at $25. And what you're getting for that is basically 4 classes every month. So it comes to like $6 a class. It's less than $1 a day. And not only that, you get to be part of an outstanding community of like-minded spiritual seekers who are also looking to master Kriya Yoga. Some people are more advanced than others, but some are beginners. But everybody will learn. And if you miss the class, because not everybody can be available at that time, well, we're going to record all of the sessions, all of the classes, and they will be viewable in the classroom part of SKOOL. And we are going to make PDFs, which is basically just a document file that you'll be able to pull up and have a summary on each lesson so that you never fall behind. You will have access to that right there. And so we're trying to be very diligent and professional about this, not just, we want to get $25 from you and just put together something that's not complete. We are really taking this seriously. So if you join this community, you'll be able to interact with us. You'll be able to interact with the other members. You're going to have 4 classes per month. Plus, I'll be posting content, videos, images, pictures. We really want you to feel part of something. So if you're somebody who's a spiritual aspirant, if you resonate with Babaji and yoga or Kriya Yoga, if you've read Autobiography of a Yogi, this is really your chance to join a school, because I haven't seen any other Kriya Yoga school out there. Even on SKOOL, they don't have anything. There's maybe a few yoga classes that is like your standard asanas, but nothing like this. And that's why I'm so excited about it. And, people might be wondering, if they pay, can they cancel, or is it a month to month? It is month to month, but you can cancel anytime. You pay $25, and if you don't like the classes, you don't like the way it goes, you cancel, and that's it. You'll never be charged again. So we've made it very, very simple. And, we have it at this price point. And frankly, I've told a few people about it that are close to me, and they think I'm ridiculous for the price. They say I'm always underselling myself, that the price is too ridiculous for these live classes. And I looked around on SKOOL, and people are charging $50 to $200 for live classes. So this is really a bargain at $6 a class. So if you're on the fence about it, try it. Give it a try for a month. The worst case scenario is we'll get together 4 times a month, and you guys could chat with us and ask us any questions. But right here, you have a legitimate guru who's walked the walk and talked the talk. He's been in the cave of the Himalayas. I don't know how you slept there, but it must have been cold. But you have the real deal here, guys. I mean, this is a rare opportunity, and we'll see how it goes. I'm very curious. We already have 4 members that signed up in less than about 24 hours here, so it's looking good. But this is the first video that we're putting out where we're officially talking about it. We talked about it as an idea before, but now it's come to fruition. And I believe in speed. I believe that once you have a good idea, we've worked around the clock to get this going. So I appreciate your efforts, Guru Dev, in this. And I know you're excited as well as I'm excited about it. And I don't think you've been sleeping much. I haven't slept much the last couple of days, but I think it's worth it. So I think we've covered a lot of what people will expect in the class. If you guys have any questions about it, just drop it in the comment section. We'd be glad to answer it. It's pretty straightforward, and we'll have a question and answer segment at the end of each class. And we're not opposed to maybe having an additional session at times during the month if there are people that can't get all their questions in. Maybe we'll just get together and just have a general powwow. I'm not opposed to that either, where we just with our viewers or our members on a live stream talking. So all those things are possible. There's another thing that you're going to teach people, and that is to sit in the half lotus and lotus position. This is something that's irked me for my whole life. I've never been flexible. I've never been good at it. And I can't wait, because I am not a Kriya Yoga master, even though I've been interested in it for about 30 years. So, if your techniques work for me, I think they truly can work for anybody.
If they work for me, they could truly work for anybody. Because I was like you, I couldn't sit on the floor. My legs were totally numb. So these are techniques I've not only learned, but I've experienced it. And you could see the benefit right here. So no matter what your flexibility is, I will show you how to warm up your legs and your knees so you can eventually get into full lotus position. We'll start off in half lotus, which is Siddha asanas, and then go into full lotus, which is Padma asana. So I got a lot of emails of people saying, how do I sit in lotus position? How do I warm up my legs? We will address that right out the gate on the first class. How to sit like a yogi. Siddha asana, half lotus, or full lotus, Padma asana.
Yeah, we have some questions that are building up. We'll answer them. But first, I just want to say this. I know that yoga is beneficial to the body physically, right? When you go in the asanas, it stretches the body. It takes a little bit of cardio to hold a position sometimes. Depends what kind of position. And generally just makes the body healthier. So that's great. But what are some of the other benefits of the 4 aspects of yoga that you showed before? In that image is, you talked about breathing, you talked about mantra. What can it do for a person? Is it going to calm their mind, make them feel better? Can it help them overcome anxieties? And I'll throw that back up here for a second.
Yeah, all of the above. When you do meditation dhyana, it's called the scientific art of mastering the mind. So you basically learn how to control your mind. You know how to calm your mind. And pranayama breathing gives like health and well-being through breathing techniques. So it's an overall health and well-being for your whole body, your mind, your physical body. It helps clear out your chakras, dissolving like all your blockages, and it really is like an overall well-being, like every aspect of your body, your mind, your physical body, your breathing, everything. So you can live an overall better life, which I'm living proof. Like I told you in this last video, when the C thing happened, I never got sick. So I used to get sick all the time. I used to have like a common cold all the time. But ever since I started doing yoga, I cleared out all my body and all my blockages and all my obstacles and resistance, and now my body's clear. So it creates like a overall shield for your body, your mental shield, your physical body shield. So it's a overall health and well-being for your physical body, and you'll live a good life. You won't get too attached to anything. Your body will be physically fit, and your mind will be physically fit, which is important.
Yeah, I mean, attachment is definitely something that gets everybody in trouble, whether you're attached to your money, your home, your ego, your girlfriend or boyfriend, your car. I mean, this is something that it takes a lot of work to get over. And so I know that yoga can help. What about people on the spiritual path? I know a lot of people are thinking, well, there's some truly amazing stories out there, like an autobiography of a yogi, yogis levitating, teleporting, telekinesis, all this. If someone's joining the school for that, I mean, they have to understand, right? What did you say, that who wants these powers? Only the ego.
Yeah, my guru used to say, who wants CDs, which is yogic powers like levitation? The short answer, the ego. The long answer, nobody. So you begin to realize that what are you going to do if you levitate? That's not the goal. It's just a byproduct on the path of spirituality. It's these little breadcrumbs or confirmations that happen. But I've never said I do yoga to get CDs or levitate. That was never my goal.
Yeah, guys. So I just want to put it out there officially that if you join our school and you practice these techniques that Guru Vida Dev gives, and one day you find yourself levitating a little bit, we are not responsible for what happens to you, okay?
If you float off into the universe, I'm not responsible.
We have a question from Truth Detective. Can you astral travel with Kriya Yoga?
I've never thought about it. I never really tried, so I don't know. Maybe there's somebody who could do it, but I've never had that experience, or I've never even tried to try astral travel. So that was never my goal of my sadhana, my yogic practice. Today I'm gonna astral travel. I realized like my job on the earth is to be in the world but not of the world. So I'm not really trying to go anywhere. I'm trying to level up my soul on this 3D physical plane before I go to the astral plane.
Okay. Look, guys, I mean, some of your comments are, some of you have legitimate questions. Others of you are a little bit more negative about this. But here's a comment from Stephen Tracy. Why should anyone pay for enlightenment? It isn't even real. I would rather just watch videos of Ramana Maharishi, like Medicine of One. So here's the thing, guys. We're not by any means telling you that you're going to be enlightened by practicing Kriya Yoga. Will it help you along the spiritual path? Probably, and I would say 99% yes. But are we telling you that you're going to be enlightened, that you're not going to have to reincarnate because you're practicing the techniques? No. So, no, I don't think any guru in the world could make that claim. That's something that is, I'm not even sure if I believe in enlightenment. Because if you watch my channel with Tom Campbell, he says we just go on and on and on and on. I think we just keep leveling up. But really, guys,
on that question, I want your viewers to realize something. No one can give you anything. It's about the inner work you do. So how far you get on the path is up to you. So when somebody says, I can give you enlightenment, it's not a true statement because they don't know what's inside your body. They don't know your level. It's almost like word salad they're giving you. So it's all about the inner work that you do. So if you want to level up or you want to reach a higher state of consciousness, that would be up to the practice you do,
Right. There was a spiritual teacher named Osho. A lot of people who watch this channel probably know who he was. His real name was Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh, and I've read probably 15,000 pages of his works. Very interesting guy, very charismatic from India. And he would say that his sannyasins would be enlightened if he was, listening to him, that he would enlighten them. And it's like you said, it's like the promise of enlightenment. And of course, he came off to be like kind of a false prophet. People eventually saw through that. It's like Guru Vitadev says, nobody can enlighten you. That's the inner work that you have to do. Nobody can promise you that or do it for you. And as far as what you said, Stephen, about you'd rather watch videos, well, you know what? You can scroll TikTok, you can scroll YouTube, you can scroll Instagram and just watch as many videos as you want, but it's not interactive, you're not part of a community, and you're not learning one-on-one with somebody who's walked the walk and talked the talk, okay?
And
somebody
they're not giving you the techniques either. They're just talking about overall yogic philosophy. They don't tell you how to do brahmacharya, ojas maitreka pranayama, or how to sit in lotus. They just talk about it. Like, yeah, this is the lotus position. We will actually be showing you. Like, I've talked enough about Kriya Yoga and Babaji. Now I'm going to show you so you could tell me your story, All these books are filled with stories, but we don't get attached to the stories. I want you to be a Kriya Yoga, and I want you to tell me your story. And I want you to be the best yogi you can be. So I will be showing you the actual techniques rather than just sitting there in satsang talking about the techniques.
Yeah, there was somebody that said in the comments section that I have a man crush on a guru. Guys, let me just tell you something, okay? I've been interested in Kriya Yoga and Babaji for a long time, okay? I've never met anybody like Guru Vitadev. So the stories that he has related to me off camera about his travels and everything has been super interesting to me because this is somebody that has lived a life that I've fantasized about living, about going into the caves, about meeting the gurus, about practicing yoga. So that's why I think we formed such a tight-knit brotherhood friendship and have come to this partnership, is because of those reasons. And so I just want you to know that I'm not going to beat everyone over the head with, join my yoga school on this channel, okay? This is the official coming out video that we have created the school. It's officially open. But don't worry, guys, I'm not going to make every single video like, join my yoga school, join my yoga school. I'm going to go back to the normal content. And from time to time, I will mention the Kriya Yoga School, but I'm not going to, beat a dead horse and hit your head over it. So don't worry about that. It's just this video right here because it just opened. So I know some of you might be worried and think that, because Guru Vita Dev has been on almost every video. I have interviews coming up. I have an interview right after this live stream with somebody that'll probably come out tonight or tomorrow. I have Ben Adams will be back on the show. He's a meditation teacher. I have a Kelly Coffey interview that will be coming out soon. I'm in talks with Howdy Mikowski. He's writing a book right now. He won't be available until April. I reached out to Darius Wright, haven't heard anything from him. So I am reaching out to other people, and I have a lot of topics to discuss as well. So I don't want you to think this has turned into only a Kriya Yoga channel, but I'm absolutely stoked about it right now. And so I'm just going with it.
I wanted to say this before you go on.
Sure.
That I love you, Chad. You're my brother. So, and I want people to realize this out there in the YouTube viewers, that love is unlimited. I love you, the whole world. So there is no limit on the love you could give to anybody. It's not like a couple pieces, a couple beans. I only have this amount of love. I can only give this much. It's unlimited. So give as much love as you can. Love as many people as you can. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no limit. I love all the viewers. I love Chad. I love his girlfriend. I love Baba G. I love Kriya Yoga. I love the whole world. So love is unlimited. So when you realize that, that's a great teaching.
Yeah, absolutely. I second that. I think when you have love in your heart, you can love more than one. You can love everybody. And I know when I often go around, I feel tremendous gratitude towards even just somebody who's serving me, just a cashier at Sprouts where I shop, or somebody bagging my groceries. I say thank you to them, because they're some of them are very mindful of the way they package the food in the bag, and I appreciate that. I look at the little things. I think it's always the little things that.
In Kriya Yoga, they say God is everywhere and everything. Same with love. Love is everywhere and everything. So if you see love in everything, how can you go wrong? It's unlimited.
Yeah, we have this is another question. A lot of people are going to probably ask this question of you when you're on my channel. It's Mr. Guru Dev, what's your opinion on soul trap? So I'll say this. Do you think that our souls are entrapped in a matrix here in the world, or do you feel that it's not really like that at all, that we, God is generally just benevolent and loving, and that maybe man itself is corrupt, and a lot of bad things happen because there are bad people? What is your opinion on that?
I think you can only trap your soul if you acknowledge your soul is trapped. And no one can do anything to you. You are in control of your body. So as long as you detach from your desires, your karma, who can trap you? If you're in that movie, then you'll be in that movie. But if you understand that you are in control, no one can trap you in anything. If I have no desires, if I have no I've exhausted all my karma, I've exhausted all my attachments, then there's no reason, no one can trap my soul. In yoga, we free our soul. We bring our soul to the forefront, and all the trash and negativity and the fear we put behind us. So do things to free your soul. I don't believe no one can trap my soul, because I don't believe them. My soul is free. I'm a free bird. A lot of these people are in love with the prison that encages their consciousness or their soul. I am not. When you open the cage to my soul, I'm going to fly like a bird. I don't want to and be in love with the chain that enslaves my soul. I want to be free. So do things to free your soul, and you will be free. And no one can control your soul.
We have another question. Stephen Tracy has been very busy in the comments section, been very loquacious and verbose tonight. Stephen, you say, Chad is just trying to make money off of this, and it's kind of comical. Well, let me tell you this. We priced this thing at $25, and the reason I priced it is because it costs money to be on the Skool platform. Every month, I have to pay for it. I have to pay for the streaming service to do the classes, and it's also our time. You know, guys, if you have value in the world and you give back to people, I don't think we're not asking for $100, $200. We're asking for $25. That is not that much, and that's something that Guru Vida and Dev and I are going to split. And so when you think about it, I mean, we'd have to have literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of members to make any type of money that we can live on. So having 4 or 5 members as it is now is great, but it doesn't even pay for the expenses. So if we were truly doing this to make money, we would have priced it a lot higher. That's what we would have done. But
Kriya Yoga is not for everybody.
Right.
So if it doesn't resonate with you, don't join. If you've been you've been going to India, you've been on the path, and you've been seeking all books and everything for Kriya Yoga knowledge and techniques, this is for you. If you believe in soul trap and lizard people, then keep moving.
Yeah, guys. There's a lot of things. How many times on my channel have I promoted something or sold something? Not very often, right? There was Keen, and that was a sponsorship deal because I make almost nothing with the ad revenue. I think people fail to realize that even though this is a spiritual channel, I still need to support myself. Everybody needs to support themselves, and I'm putting a lot of time into this. I need to get a little something back just to eat and just to pay my rent. Okay, I'm not looking to make $1 million from this. So anyway, I knew that was comment was going to come up, and I never fault anybody if they give value, and no matter what it is, you can say that about anything. If you went to a therapist, you could say, well, he's just trying to make money. Or, you know, if you had a coach, you could say, well, he could be doing it for free, but he's charging me. You know, why? He's just trying to make money. Well, that's what the world is.
If you go to the electric company, try telling them I'm on the spiritual path. You should give me electricity from my house for free. See how that works.
Yeah.
You know,
it's all just an exchange of energy, guys. That's what money is. Tasha says, this is not a question, but I think we can all agree that we love Chad. Well, thank you, Tasha Teeling.
Love you, Chad.
Appreciate it. Thank you,
Tasha.
Let's see if we have any other questions. Truth Detective says, Open Your Reality and Jade Dreamers are my 2 favorite channels on YouTube. Thank you for that, Truth Detective.
Thank you.
Stephen Tracy also had a comment that he says that he can never reach the lotus position in his body. And
I said the same thing. Stephen Tracy, I'm just like you. When they showed me the lotus position, I was like, there's no way. My legs do not go that way. And I'm living proof, as you could see. So if I could do it, you could do it. I see myself in you. I said the exact same thing. So all the viewers out there, I had all the exact same questions as you. So when I hear your questions, it reminds me of me because I said the exact same thing. There's no way I could do the asanas. There's no way I could meditate. There's no way I could do Kriya Yoga. I'm the worst Kriya Yogi to ever live. But I'm sitting up here in lotus position as living proof. If I could do it, you could do it. It's for men, it's for women, it's for children, it's for everybody. So it's my true blessing to give Kriya Yoga to the world in the comfort of your own home online.
We have a question from Christian Mooney. Vidguru Dev, is there any amount of sitting time that is too much? As I have a lot of free time to sit for long periods of time.
I would say if your legs go numb and you can't walk, maybe it's too much.
I've been there. I've been there myself.
So it's up to you. It's how far you could go. But like I said in the previous videos, meditation, sitting is more about comfort. So if you could sit in a lotus position comfortably for long periods of time, it's good, but it's more about comfort. So if you have a monkey mind and your legs are numb and your knees hurt, you're not going to be able to focus. And the main thing is focus. Even the asanas, the physical postures, it's more about relaxation, like effortlessly flowing into the posture. It's not about like, pain. Pain blocks the flow of prana, so you don't want to have pain.
We have a question from Joshua Carpenter. What happened with Grandmaster Wolf and the course planned with him? Well, I interviewed Grandmaster Wolf is a spiritual being who also trained in that region around Tibet. I believe he lived there for 16 years. And somebody had mentioned him, so I asked him to be on the channel. I interviewed him twice. I actually showed Guru Vitadev some of his magic. A lot of people think it's not real. It could be powers, it could be magic, who knows. But at one point, Grandmaster Wolf I think I had a discussion with him where I said maybe we can create a course teaching people city powers. I realize that's probably folly now after talking with you, Guru Vitadev, but I know a lot of people would just be interested in having the superhero powers, probably without doing all the spiritual work and everything, just because they want those powers. But it just didn't come off for whatever reason. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to having Grandmaster Wolf back on the show for an interview, but as of now, I have no plans to. So that is the answer to the question. We have a question here from CDI Wins One, somebody I think who asked the question before. Mr. Guru Vitadev, are there spiritual beings we should avoid, or any way we can figure out if they are malevolent?
That's a good question. So, like I said before, once you raise your vibration, you can start to feel people's energy. And when you feel their energy is positive, be around them. If you go to ashram and you feel like a guru is not positive and he has negative energy and it doesn't resonate with you, go away from them. So it's really, you use your own intuition to see what works for you and resonates with you. It doesn't mean they're bad or good. It just means do what's best for you. So when you feel people's energy, then you could tell. Like if this resonates with you or if it makes you feel uncomfortable, then it's probably not for you. So use your own discernment to figure out what beings are good and what beings are bad. Like I said in the other video before, if the Himalayan Yeti, my guru told me, if the Himalayan Yeti comes here and he's carrying God energy, positive energy, he is our brother. So people who carry positive energy and make you feel good and resonate with your soul, they are your brother. They are good. People who make you feel uncomfortable and you don't feel good, go away from them.
We have, you guys are coming up with some good questions now. We have to probably end the live stream in about 10 minutes, but Nicholas Donalds has a question. Can we practice yoga in our dreams to continue our state of meditation? That's interesting.
Yeah. So they do have like dreaming techniques, and there's different stages that yogis try to go to where they do practice their, let's say, meditation. They uplift their consciousness. They stay in that state of grace. There's a state that they try to go to called Turiya, which is the highest state. And they just like, how would they describe it? They basically say it's like suntanning in the grace of God. So they're not really practicing. They're just kind of absorbing the divine energy in that state. So yeah, you could practice if you could practice in your dreams, that's beautiful. I like how that sounds.
We have a comment here from Awakening 777. Chad, your channel has changed my life. I'm a Life Path 7. How about we all on here join your school and we become real family? This world needs love and knowledge. Thank you so much, Awakening 777. I appreciate your comment.
Good question. Awakening 777. Love you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. I see you in the school.
Our school is not for everyone. It's for those people who are willing to put in the work, who are lovers of Kriya Yoga, of Babaji, who want to expand their spiritual awareness. So we don't want to just have everybody join. We want only those serious seekers involved, because this is going to be a tight-knit community in there. Bad Motor Breath. This is a guy named David from, I believe, Australia, who's been a frequent watcher of the channel, long-time supporter. Do you still get angry or jealous? How do you handle these feelings? I think that's a great question. I asked that.
Yeah, that's a great question.
I asked that of some of the spiritual gurus sometimes.
Yeah, so like I said in the previous video, Patanjali in the Yoga Sutra says the line to God is not a straight line, it's a zigzag. So I do have things I'm not proud of, but as a yogi, at the end of the night, we try to self-observe. Like, I could have did that better. That guy cut me off in traffic. I shouldn't have said that. I should have kept my calm. So in yoga, they say, be calmly active and actively calm. Like, so you're always trying to be calm, keep a calm mind. And you begin to realize, like, what happens in the external world can't affect your internal world. So you can't control what other people do, so you can just control yourself. So when you try to be knowledgeable and realize and self-observe yourself that you're getting angry, you know, you can correct it. And they have a bunch of like detachment techniques that I will show you in the class that can help you overcome anger, you know, any kind of lower emotions, fear, getting mad. They say in yoga, your job as a yogi is to be fearless, you know, but every day is a test as a yogi too. There are people out here that are going to try to get you angry. You got to kind of control yourself and step back from the TV and, you know, calm yourself, calm, you know, like.
Yeah. And I think as long as you're not attached to, if you could detach from ego a bit, I'm doing a sales job now. That's part of I have I call it a corporate job, and I'm in sales. I do a lot of telemarketing, and I get a lot of negative responses, but I'm not attached to it because I know it's not personal.
Yeah.
And so you got to just be able to detach, because people will irk you, people will irritate you. And many times it's the people that don't even know you. It could be somebody driving. It could be somebody that cuts you off or says something to you, gives you a dirty look. I just don't take it personal. You know, when you're thinking about Babaji and you're thinking about your spiritual evolution, you know, it's not that these things can't hurt you. It's just that you allow them to hurt you when you identify too much with yourself in this world. Anyway, but that's my ramblings on it. We have just a few more questions left, and then we have to end the live stream because I have an interview coming up with Rose. She hasn't been on the channel in quite a while. Should be an interesting one. Tasha Teeling says, have you talked to Tony Sayers yet, Chad? This is a question for me, but I haven't talked to Tony. Somebody told me that he's continuing to post and everything. So I don't mind having him back on the show. He still holds the all-time record for the longest response. I think it was like 17 straight minutes. Tony Sayers is a guy who, he's a spiritual guy who kind of like he kind of debunks spirituality a little bit. He's spiritual, but he debunks it at the same time. And so he hasn't been on my show for quite a while, but I'm open, guys. I'm really open to having everybody on the show, really all different perspectives, as you know. That's why I called it Open Your Reality. I look at both sides of the coin. Truth Detective says, sorry for repeating, but what's the point of Kriya Yoga? So what is the point of Kriya Yoga? Why would you go off and spend thousands of dollars to try to find teachers that could teach you Kriya Yoga? What's so good about it?
It's a journey into self-realization, God realization. It's an overall, helps your physical body, helps you master your mind, you know, helps you detach from emotions, emotional detachments, helps you breathe, gives you overall health for your overall body, helps clear out the blockages in your chakras. I mean, pretty much everything. It's like overall health and well-being for your total body and mind.
Yeah, and let's go to one last question here. It's from Ace of Christ, of Cursed, not Christ, but Cursed. Is there a way to block or filter negative energy? Also, if negative energy is attached to you in any way, is there a way to detach it? Attachment is a root of suffering, it says. He says,
Yes,
she says.
100%. They have, if you join our course, I'll show you detachment techniques to let go of all this and exhaust your karma, open your chakras, all that, like clear out all the. My yoga teacher used to say, go down to your basement, open up the windows, clear out all the dust, throw all your boxes away, and be clear. So they have a lot of these techniques to clear you out and put up your shield and, make your soul shine to the front and make your energy positive and all the negative energy you dissolve and detach.
Stephen, I got to put this comment up here. Stephen says, I'm poor and can't afford Kriya Yoga. I think that's a little sarcastic. You know what minimum wage right now is in Florida? It's $12, and it's in a year or two, it's going up to $15. Even in California, $20 if you're a fast food worker. So for almost 1 hour of salary as a fast food worker in California, you'd learn Kriya Yoga. Come on, guys. Stop it already.
Stephen, instead of going to Starbucks buying a $25 coffee, you get 4 weeks of Kriya Yoga. You decide.
And we have one more fun question from Joshua Carpenter. Chad, did you get rid of the blue wife beater shirt? Well, no, I still have it in the closet, but I wanted to break out the black Spalding shirt, be a little bit more professional for the grand announcement of the school. But seriously, I think I'm going to get some shirts made up that say Kriya Yoga School on it. The Kriya Yoga School, that's the name of it. I definitely have to get some, I do have some spiritual clothing, but it's in storage. There it is. Sign up and learn Kriya Yoga online today.
And it's on top of all your videos. Chad pinned it to the top of all his videos. So
yeah, I'm going to pin it to the
click on the link
comments.
and you can go to.
It's in. If you're wondering where it is, it's in the description. And so anyway, guys, it's been a blast. If you have any other questions, just email. You can email me if you want. It's openyourreality@gmail.com. And when we're in the school, we're going to be answering one-on-one the questions with you. You'll be able to talk with us. If you have challenges relating to Kriya Yoga or something like that, we'll be right there with you. So we hope to see you in the school. Click the link below to sign up. And thank you so much for everybody who joined till the end. Namaste, guys. It's been great.
Namaste.